What's going on, Guardians? TBL here, and the return of the Sparrow Racing League is right around the corner. We're just about a day away from the return of SRL, and while most of you are preparing for the starting line, there are a few of you Guardians out there who didn't get a chance to participate in SRL last year, and so you may be wondering what you can do to prepare for the return of the event starting on December 13th, 2016. Well, have no fear. In this video, we're very quickly going to be going over some of the best sparrows that you can get to prepare yourself for SRL right now. So at the very least, when SRL goes live, your vehicle will be ready. So alright, let's go ahead and dive on into this. Now the first thing to take note of is that there are three different types of sparrows in Destiny. You have your normal sparrows, your trick sparrows, and then your raid sparrows. Now the main difference between them is that normal sparrows don't really do anything too special. They've got some normal base stats, can hit basically the same stats as trick sparrows, but trick sparrows you can perform, well, tricks with in the air. These trick sparrows were introduced in year 1 with the EV30 tumbler, a sparrow that allowed you to perform mid-air tricks like a Superman and a left and right can that would recharge your boost power. And the concept was expanded upon with the Taken King, and especially with last year's SRL where we got a bunch more trick sparrows. But which sparrows are the best? That's what we're going to be answering here. And we'll be doing that by looking at the best base stats for sparrows and which ones you can hit those best stats on. Now for normal and trick sparrows, the best stats are this: 160 speed, 40 boost, and 55 durability. Those are, at least right now, overall the highest base stats you can get on sparrows. And having sparrows with those stats last year definitely gave you a bit of a leg up on the competition. So which sparrows can hit these stats? First and foremost, upgraded rare sparrows. Did you ever notice that Xur carries these weird little sparrow upgrade drives that you could purchase for like 23 strange coins? Well, turns out those are actually kind of worth it. If you use those to upgrade any normal blue sparrows, those sparrows will become legendary with those high base stats of 160 speed, 40 boost, and 55 durability. Basically immediately putting them into the top tier bracket. Now the only downside of these sparrows is of course that you can't perform tricks on them, so it'll be a little bit harder to regain your boost power in SRL. But if you bought one of these packages, tossed it in the vault, and have just been holding on to it for a while, well, you might want to go ahead and get yourself a blue sparrow and upgrade that bad boy into a legendary. Or if you're a year 1 Guardian who owned both the Dark Below and the House of Wolves before the start of the Taken King, you should also have the S34 Ravensteel, another sparrow in this category that was gifted to year 1 players. Either of those options will be a great way to start off your SRL career. Additionally, you can also get your hands on the EV34 Vector Infinite, which is available as a quest reward for the Refer a Friend quest. And while it isn't a trick sparrow, it does come at those max stats. And the SR1 Swift River, which is a quest reward from the old Red Bull Make the Vanguard Smile and a nod from Cade questlines. These questlines used to be tied behind a Red Bull purchase, but were opened up to the entire public of Destiny not too long ago. To start the questline, you simply need to talk to Amanda Holiday. Most of you have probably already picked it up. If not, go check the quest kiosk and see if you might have deleted it. Because you're definitely going to be wanting to get this done by today. That way you can have this thing ready to rock and roll by the time SRL goes live tomorrow at 10 AM Pacific time. Now, the quest itself is actually pretty simple. It'll start off asking that you simply go out into patrol and complete the energy burst patrols. These are patrols that'll have you racing around public sections trying to hit energy gates. They're pretty easy to complete and will overall serve as a good way to get yourself ready for the twists and turns of the Racing League. After that, you'll be asked to complete a series of challenges in different strike missions, and your ultimate reward will be the SR0 Swift River. Getting this will unlock the quest A Nod from Cade, which will then ask you to complete a few more strikes before ultimately returning to Amanda Holiday to triumphantly receive your SR1 Swift River. This right now is pretty much point for point the best SRL trick sparrow in the game. But is it the best overall sparrow for SRL? Maybe not. The final class of sparrows we're going to be talking about today are, of course, the Raid Overdrive sparrows. Now, these are non-trick sparrows that can't perform any of the aerial twists and turns that the trick sparrows can, but come with a very special ability: Overdrive. This ability allows you to hit R2 while you're boosting with your sparrow to achieve speeds much higher than normal, with the downside of eventually causing your sparrow to self-destruct if you boost too long. But if you measure your boost rather than holding the trigger and kind of fire it in a hand cannon sort of way, it allows you to reach and maintain top speed much faster than the other sparrow variants. And as a matter of fact, during last year's SRL, most of the world record holders decided to use these Raid Sparrows over Trick and normal Sparrows because of this. Overall, the Raid Sparrows can hit top speed much faster and can complete races sooner, but the minimal strafe power that they have really punishes mistakes. You have to be on point with your corner strafes. So they generally have a much higher learning curve than usual. So, what are the two Raid Sparrows? Well, first off, we've got the S13 Grave Robber, which you can get from Crota's End, and of course, the XV0 Time Breaker, which you can get from the Vault of Glass. The base stats on these are 150 speed, 60 boost, and 60 durability. And they basically epitomize high risk, high reward. But alright, there we go, Guardians. Those are the Sparrows you should be chasing after right now. Again, if you're looking for some normal Sparrows, you can certainly pick up a Sparrow upgrade drive from Xur the next time he comes around to turn a rare Sparrow into a legendary with really great base stats. And of course for Trick Sparrows, the Vector Infinite and the Swift River are your best bet. If you haven't completed that quest, get it done by today to get the SR1 Swift River. It's definitely a leg above the rest of the Trick Sparrows. And if you're a veteran of SRL who's truly confident in your racing skills, you might want to whip out the old Raid Grave Robber or the Time Breaker, since those are still capable of being the fastest Sparrows in the game. But alright, there we go, Guardians. Be sure to let me know in the comment section below what Sparrows you guys are going to be racing with. And hopefully for you new racers out there, this guide was a little bit of help. That's it for this one though. As always, I am the Blacklink. You Guardians stay frosty, and I'll see you out there on the track.